There's our second GCSE video then on standard form, and it's then adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing numbers that are in standard form. For adding, subtracting, there's no real great trick to it. You just need to change them into regular numbers, add them, and then change them back into standard form numbers. That's pretty much this. Rewrite each number in decimal form, so just as a normal number, add or subtract as normal, and convert answer back. So 8.2 times 10 to the power of 7 is going to be 8 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So remember, let's move 7 places again. Do we check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks like it's worked out. And then to the power of 8, I think we're going to have, it's going to be an extra one, so the one's going to go to here. 1, 6, 5, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And we're looking to add those numbers again. I'm going to do a check. So it was here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So adding these is obviously reasonably straightforward. And so my new number in standard form is 2.47 times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we end up then with that. Similarly then for this, so let's change these. I might just write them separately first of all. So the 2.7, 1 times 10 to the power of minus 2, 0.027, and we're going to take away 0.00125. I'll do a quick check. 1, 2, that looks like it's right. 1, 2, 3, so that looks like it's right. So we're going to subtract these numbers. 0.027, I'm going to have a 0. Do I need a fifth one? I do. 0.00125, and we're going to subtract this from this. So how do we subtract again? We can't steal from there, so we take a 6, and that's a 1, and I'm going to change that to a 9 and change that to a 1. Let's take away this, gives me 5, 9 take away 2 gives me 7, 6 take away 1 gives me 5, to 0.0. I think the hardest bit of that is actually taking away the standard form, but it's nice and easy. Put it back in the standard form. 2.575 times 10, remember it's a small number, 1, 2 times 10 to the minus 2. Multiplying and dividing, we can keep them in standard form. You just need to keep your wits about you a little bit. So 4.75 times 10 to the power 2, 2.5 times 10 to the power 4. If we're multiplying these, we want to take the number bit, the 4.75 times the 2.5 times 10 to the power minus 2 times 10 to the power 4. We're multiplying 4 things here. This times this times this times this. Doesn't matter what order they're in. So as long as it kind of gives you the same thing. 4.75 times 2.5, if you've no calculator with you and you don't know what the answer to that one is, you need to do 475 times 2.5, multiply it through 11,875, and know the answer to that one then is going to be 11.875. Here we have the bases are the same, so we just need to add the powers. Minus 2 plus 4 gives me then 10 to the power 2. We are almost there, but the problem with this one, this number here isn't in standard form. Do you remember at the start the rule was this needs to be a number between 1 and 10, and it's not, so we need to write this in standard form and then rearrange it from there. So what I tend to do then is hide it. So let's go a bit of paper. I hide this bit and just change this into standard form. So how do you write this number in standard form? It's going to be 1.1875 times 10 to the power 1. That's this number here that's covered up in standard form, and then we're timesing that by 10 to the power 2. That gives me 1.1875 times 10 to the power of 3. This is just our non-calculator method. If you have it in the calculator, you can just type the whole thing in. Hopefully that makes sense. Dividing 1 then, again, excuse me, a little bit messy, but it should be okay. Again, we're going to separate it out. We're going to do 2.5 divided by 5 multiplied by 10 to the power 3 divided by 10 to the power 7. So you need to take a wee look at what I've done there. It's a bit confusing about where you put your divides and where you put your multiplies and stuff like that. 2.5 divided by 5, I hope most people know, is 0.5. So that equals that. 10 to the power 3 divided by 10 to the power 7, we subtract the two powers. So that gives me 10 to the power of minus 4. Again, we have the same problem here. This number isn't in standard form, so we need to cover it up. So I'm going to write this number in standard form and then worry about the other bit at the end. That's 5 times 10 to the power of minus 1. Multiplied by 10 to the power of minus 4. And that then gives me 5 times 10, add my two powers, to the minus 5. Using a calculator then for standard form. I mean, you can sit and type it all into the calculator. You can do 6.804 and then times 10 and your kind of power button. But there's a wee, certainly in my calculator and most calculators, see this button here? That's for standard form, so that'll kind of help you type it in, and you can type in the whole thing. So let's see if we can get the right answer out for this, rather than have to type it all separately. Hopefully I can type properly. So we are going with 6.804. I've just hit that button. The power of 5 multiplied by 3.24 times 10 to the power of 3. I hit equals, and I define the answers using standard form, and the answer then is 220449600. So let's see, will we write that one in standard form? It says use your calculator to find the answer to the question, so we can just write that in as our answer. So 220449600. Alright. Then adding our two numbers in standard form. Let's see if we can do this. 4.53 to the power of minus 3 plus 2.45, 10 to the power of minus 4. Add those two numbers together, and it's given me a number in standard form, so we're okay. I should let you see that really. My 4.775, and again this is the way they give it here, times 10 to the power of minus 3. 10 to the power of minus 3. I'm happy enough with that as our answer. I mean, up above we've written it as a normal number. You could change that into standard form. It's going to be 2.204496 times 10 to the power of, what's that, 9 I think. And then this number is a regular number, 0.0012345. And again, either is good, but we know how to change between the two, okay.